Hello, Angus here, and why barefoot shoes? So I've been wearing exclusively barefoot shoes for at least 15 years now. And when I first put them on, they just made sense. Nice wide toe box, flexible sole, and zero drop on the heel. So my Achilles and calf gets a stretch and my heel touches the ground. I'm very much a toe walker. As you can see on these shoes, look how much I've worn out the front where this is practically brand new. So if I walk on my toes like this, my Achilles and calf gets shortened, and what happens there is the Achilles is such a strong tendon that it pulls underneath here, and then you can get stuff like plantar fasciitis if you've got a heel. But with these, there's zero drop, so your foot goes down, your calf gets a stretch, your Achilles gets a stretch, they go to their proper length, because we're not actually designed to wear a heel. The reason we have a heel is so it locks into your stirrup. That's why we have a heel, and then it became fashion. The reason the toes point at the front of a normal shoe is so you can slip your foot into a stirrup. When was the last time you rode a horse? I haven't. It's just absolutely insane that our shoes are shoe-shaped, that's turning our foot into a shoe-shaped foot, rather than having a foot-shaped shoe that's designed for your feet to allow that spread, to allow all this fascia on the bottom, rather than being bunched up like this, spread out naturally as it should, have some movement in it, means your foot health is better. You then create a better, stronger arch. Why would you not want a better, stronger arch? You have a stronger foot. So my foot's actually shrunk over the years wearing barefoot, but it's definitely widened, so much so I can't wear any other shoes. So Freet's a go-to brand, and Vivo Barefoot, sometimes a little bit narrow, but these ones, the Freet Flex, these are the Vivo Barefoot. Motus Flex, these are pretty cool. They also have a decoupled sole, which is really nice. So your toe here, your toes here, nice and bendy, nice and flexible. Absolutely awesome shoe. The Freet Vibe here, my favorite all-round barefoot shoe. You can gym in this, you can run in this, you can cycle in this, you can walk your dog when the weather's a bit better. It's split, it's damaged. This has had well over a year of very heavy use. This is an absolutely fantastic shoe and a nice entry shoe to barefoot shoes. So if you haven't tried barefoot shoes, definitely something I recommend. Definitely, if you are not used to wearing a flat shoe, not used to wearing a wide toe box, it's definitely a transition thing. There are loads of transition videos, transitioning to barefoot on the internet. For me, it was very quick and easy to do, and you don't have to break in shoes. Isn't that crazy? Like, I remember having to break in shoes. I would buy a pair of shoes and they weren't comfy, and a month later, they were all right because your foot's kind of just pushed out the edges of them. These, you just put them on and your feet just spill out. You cinch in the lace, lock it in, they just feel good. But a lot of people, because your foot gets quite weak inside a cast, it's really just a cast. And you know when someone breaks their arm and they have a cast and they get the cast arm and their arm's all skinny, it's because it's atrophied, the muscles have atrophied. The muscles of your foot have atrophied, and it takes a while to rebuild the strength into them. So unless you are wearing flat-soled shoes or being barefoot, a lot of the time just being barefoot in the house, or you live by a beach and you're barefoot walking across the beach, then it takes a while to transition over. You do like a sole because you want that protection from hypodermic needles that are everywhere. Also dog poo, you don't want that squishing in between your toes. So something like this looks really good rather than a Vibrant Five Finger with its bendy toes, which are also fine. They're a fine shoe. But this wide toe box. So that is why I wear barefoot shoes. There are some advantages in having a large spongy heel on a shoe because you can take a longer stride and hit there. But when you hit there, your ankle, your knee, and your hip are all one stick and it goes into the ground. When you run barefoot, you run soft, and your ankle and your knee and your hip are all bent, so you land a lot softer. So your body works as a spring, it coils up that energy, and you can blast that forward, that energy. So it's a lot more efficient to run like that. But you can run faster if you go long-legged. Sprinters, they wear zero drop. Football players wear zero drop. It just makes sense.